Coming up on today's show, Todd Monken and Mike Macdonald could be out as the coordinators for the Baltimore Ravens. We'll explain what exactly is going on there and let you hear from an NFL executive on both of their futures. Also, the latest on Zach Ertz. Where do things stand about the possibility of bringing him to the Baltimore Ravens? We got an update for you we'll get to coming up in just a bit. Before we do that, it is a Victory Monday, Ravens fans. Baltimore wins again, 10-3. The vibes are immaculate these days with your Baltimore Ravens. Spam W in that comment section to celebrate Victory Monday and show some love for your Baltimore Ravens. We'll get things started here on today's show. Todd Monken and Mike Macdonald, two of the best coordinators in all of the National Football League, could have their best days with the Baltimore Ravens actually behind them. If you believe a new report, courtesy of the Washington Post from over the weekend, that says that the Ravens are likely to lose both coordinators, but not due to any firings or anything like that. No, for good reason. Both of them expected to be head coaches taking on new jobs when the coaching carousel makes its merry-go-round coming up here in the coming weeks. Here's more from the Washington Post as they spoke to an anonymous NFL executive. Here it is. Baltimore is going to lose them both. I like the OC more than the DC. The OC is going to be somebody's head coach. Man, he's done it at Southern Miss before. His offense was great at Georgia. He's ready. Now, here's the thing. Does it suck to lose your top coordinators? Of course it does. Sure. But it also means you are doing something right. That means that the offense and the defense is catching everybody's attention, that they are being well coached, that they're playing to the best of their abilities. And who was it that told you around this time last year they wanted Todd Monken to be the OC of the Baltimore Ravens before anyone else did? This guy. And what do you know? Todd Monken's been outstanding, and he deserves to be a head coach someday. In fact, as much as I would love to keep Todd and love to keep Mike Macdonald, I wish nothing but the best for both these guys. I would love to see them get their chances to be head coaches. Monken was great with the Georgia Bulldogs, helping them win 2 national titles. Look at that Georgia offense this year without him. Significant fall off. Number 4 offense in the league in points per game. We've seen Lamar really take a huge step forward this year with Todd Monken as the play caller and what they've been able to do. And even without Mark Andrews right now, they've been doing a fantastic job at that passing game. And the run game without J.K. Dobbins, Todd Monken has been terrific. Then on the defensive side, Mike Macdonald. This is a guy that has got a bright future. Still very young, might I add. It wasn't too long ago in 2014. The year I graduated high school, Mike Macdonald started his career with the Baltimore Ravens as an intern. Fast forward a decade later, he's looking like he's going to be a head coach with the number 2 defense in the entire NFL at this point in time. I think Monken is more likely to leave than Macdonald is. Based on the way things are going across the NFL, more teams are looking for offensive-minded coaches than they are necessarily looking for defensive-minded coaches. But credit to both guys. They've done a fantastic job. The Ravens, it's a good problem to have in this case, to be trying to find new faces to continue what these guys have built, the foundation there. We'll get those conversations when they come. If we see Todd Monken and Mike Macdonald take jobs elsewhere, that's a good thing. And then we'll find guys to replace them, go from there. But for now, credit to credit's due for both these guys, the efforts that they've made, and it's well-deserved if they get that chance to go elsewhere. Who is more important to the Baltimore Ravens right now? Is it Todd Monken or is it Mike Macdonald? If it's Todd Monken, type T for Todd Monken. If it's Mike Macdonald, type M for Mike Macdonald. Let us know in the comments section below. Folks, got a little challenge for the flock out there. I want to see if we can get to 14,000 subscribers on the channel this week. And if we do, then we very well just might do a watch party here on the channel for Sunday Night Football. But we got to get there first. Less than 200 away from that next milestone. If you love your Baltimore Ravens, want daily coverage here on the channel, news and rumors, mailbags, live shows, watch parties, and more, this is the channel for you. Subscribe now for free. Let's get to 14K, and I promise you we can do a watch party if we get to 14K by the end of the weekend. Now, for the latest on Zach Ertz, according to a new report, the Ravens are still in contention to potentially bring Zach Ertz in free agency. Remember, we told you a couple days ago that John Harbaugh had kind of ruled out that possibility. He said they liked their tight ends. We saw Isaiah Likely play well against the LA Rams. We'll explain more what's going on with Zach Ertz and that possibility coming up in just a moment. Before we do, today's show, sponsored by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the promo code CLNS for a $100 deposit match on your first entry. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Real simple. You choose 2 or more players in any given category, get the choice of more or less, and you go from there. I got a little NFL college football combo here for you. I'm going with Lamar to have more than 219.5 passing yards this week. And then I'm looking ahead to the Sugar Bowl, the College Football Playoff National National Semifinal, where producer Coop is a big Washington Huskies fan and rooting on the Huskies. And he told me, you got to go with Penix to have 312.5 passing yards. He's going to hit more on that easy. The Texas defense can't stop Michael Penix. That's what Coop said. I said, you know what, Coop? We'll roll with it. So if these two hit, then let's say I put $20 down. We're walking home with $60 on Prize Picks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS to play today. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, proud partner of Ravens Rundown. Tom Pelissero saying the following. 3-time Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz has had serious conversations with 6 teams in the playoff hunt, but is remaining patient to find the right fit per sources. Ertz has 700 career catches and a game-winning Super Bowl TD, another weapon for the playoffs somewhere. So you connect the dots. You can't say 6 contending teams and not mention the Baltimore Ravens. So we could kind of put one thing together. The Ravens are in that. 2 points to keep in mind, though, on this. Number one, with the way Isaiah Likely has played, I would be surprised if they go ahead and sign Zach Ertz now. It's not showing like this is necessarily a big need of sorts. It would be nice if Charlie Kolar company potentially steps up, but there's just not the need that there potentially was. Number two, we heard John Harbaugh already say they like who they have at the tight end position. So maybe if there's an injury to Likely, then that changes the sense of urgency. Maybe you go ahead and make a move. But think about this. Those numbers right there, about half of those were just in the last 2 games from Isaiah Likely. That is how well he's played, stepping into that role from Mark Andrews the last couple of weeks. And I have no reason to think that he won't continue to play at a high level. Now, granted, Zach Ertz has a pretty impressive resume himself with over 7,000 career receiving yards, 46 touchdowns. I've said this before. I like the idea of him as a number 2 tight end. But the Ravens, credit to John Harbaugh and Eric DeCosta, they've been very adamant all season that they like their roster. And when J.K. Dobbins went down, there was questions, would they go get Saquon? Would they go get Josh Jacobs or Derrick Henry, something like that? And they said, no, we trust our guys. And they were proven right. And then this go around, they say, when Mark Andrews goes down, we like Isaiah Likely, we like our tight end room. And so far, they've been proven right. But there's also one other element in the room in all this. Listen to this from John Harbaugh a couple days ago. Anytime a great player is out there, you sure look at it. I would say this, that right now we like our tight ends. We really like our guys. And like I said, I'm not ruling out Mark Andrews for down the road future at all. So that's still a possibility out there that Mark Andrews could potentially make his return. We've heard that the injury wasn't severe as they initially thought when they thought he was out for the remainder of the season when he went down, and that he is making very good progress when it comes to this recovery. So maybe Mark Andrews makes his return, and then we don't have to worry about Zach Ertz. If you were to tell me what's more likely right now, the Ravens sign Zach Ertz or Mark Andrews comes back, I lean towards Mark Andrews actually coming back. Do you think the Ravens should sign Zach Ertz? Weigh in, tell me what you think. Y for yes, in for no, and chime in. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time right here on Ravens Rundown. Thanks for joining us.